I love the Earth.
Ooh. I mean, I never said that.
I mean, you basically did.
No, honestly, like, if we're being real, this planet's gonna fucking die in like 100 years.
Our planet?
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm pretty.
I hope you're wrong.
I'm feeling it.
I don't.
Scientists say we have 400 years left.
400?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we're exponentially increasing our footprint, and there's like.
That's supposedly taking into the exponential increase. And I think it also takes into the panic when everyone realizes that they're destroying the world and all the efforts they put in to try to save it.
Yeah.
400 is the number.
I think so. I think that's what Elon Musk said.
Okay, so then it's 100. Because, like every movie trope, you know, like we have 2 days till the asteroid gets here, and then it's fucking there in 20 minutes later. You know what I mean? Like.
Well, have you seen the oceans?
Oh, I know. Yeah.
That's crazy. There's like just parts of the ocean that are just trash.
Yeah.
Like, how is the trash getting in the ocean? Do you guys know?
People throw it in.
That's just from people throwing it in? That's not from dumpsters?
I'm sure people have dumped.
By people, I mean, like, sanitation companies.
Really?
Yeah.
That's allowed? You're allowed to dump trash?
But I'm sure there's people that fucking do it.
Well, like the South Asian, like Pacific communities, like all those islands through there, like Indonesia and stuff, they have a very, very heavy, like, use of plastic bags. And then most of that stuff's plastic. And then, like, where do they throw it away? Because they're all on, like, islands.
Oh, yeah, so they throw it in the ocean.
Yeah.
That's crazy. And then did you hear about that... It's not. Is it Chernobyl or some radiation thing that's been leaking into the ocean forever?
Oh, that's Fukushima.
Yeah, Fukushima, and it's gonna leak for like a long time
it's gonna
more.
Keep going.
And so it's killing all the animals.
They
in
don't
the
know
ocean.
what the fuck to do with it.
Yeah, they don't know how to stop it.
They don't know how to stop it, and it's just like on it. Like you said, Chernobyl. Chernobyl is still like there's this thing called the elephant's foot. And it's the reactor core that melted down that they dumped like cement and sand and all this shit on. It's sitting there eating through the concrete floor that it's sitting on. Guess what it's right above?
What?
A natural water, like, aqueduct.
Oh, no.
Like, that's what you need in a nuclear power plant is you need a lot of water to cool the rods down after the fission occurs.
Uh-huh. Does it contaminate the water?
Once it fucking leaches down through that, it's probably already is, like, because it's leached through, but it hasn't, like, this thing is going to literally fucking go, melt itself through the concrete and drop into a fucking waterway. Like, and
maybe it'll cool down finally.
Where's Chernobyl?
Chernobyl's in Russia.
Did
you not? You didn't see that HBO show?
No, I haven't seen that yet.
It's real scary.
I've heard a lot. I've heard people saying Chernobyl a lot lately, and I know it was like bad is what I interpreted, like from what I've heard people say about it.
Yeah,
but I didn't know exactly. But it was what happened.
So they had a nuclear reactor meltdown in this nuclear facility in Chernobyl, and essentially the Russian,
like the 80s, late 70s,
like,
the 80s,
82, I think. I don't know. Don't quote me. I'm bad, fucking like epically bad with dates.
Terrible,
and
worst.
like super factual facts, fucking terrible. But like
he's good with the Cliff Notes. He's got the Cliff Notes version.
Oh heck yeah, I know that's what Papa needs.
But so it. 82. The Russian government they're communist still. The Iron Curtain hasn't fallen yet.
They have Vladimir Vlago.
Oh fucking no! I don't remember who the
guy that was boxing Rocky.
Was it?
Yeah, the Russian dude.
Yeah, Drago.
Drago. Yeah,
Ivan
they had Drago. Okay.
Yeah. And they just covered it up. They wouldn't admit there was a nuclear crisis happening forever.
They just swept it under.
They just didn't take any steps. They didn't really do anything. They just kept sending fucking people in there to get.
Well, they evacuated. They evacuated the town because it's right next to a town.
Not right away.
As the nuclear reactor was melting down, yeah, they did.
Did they? Okay.
Yeah. It one of the cool things.
The show didn't depict it that way. There were still people in it.
No, I'll have to watch the show. One of the cool things to look at is pictures of Chernobyl now, because it's a ghost town, and like people just like they just pulled people out of those houses. There's just shit sitting, like dolls just sitting there, and so you have that aspect of where it's a ghost town, but they have all these wild packs of animals in there now.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
And,
nature's like reclaim the motherfucker.
Yes, it's crazy.
They have like super packs of wolves.
Yeah,
So
Super
like,
packs, just
like a
huge?
regular pack is like anywhere up to I want to say like 10 to 15 is real big. These are like 100 to 200 wolves.
just running around.
Oh crap! That is scary.
Yeah.
Radioactive wolves.
That is nuts.
Yeah, all that's really weird though that all the irradiated wildlife is just it's fine. Like they don't have deformities like that
The
are really
wolves don't?
visible. No, I think they've been I don't know. If
They all look like normal animals.
They look really
They really
they
do,
look fine.
so.
But
But
they
they
just
are
live
all
forever.
fucking
They
or-
never die.
Or they probably
It's the
have
birth of the kaiju.
superpowers or something.
It's the birth of the fucking kaiju. Like we're lucky Chernobyl's like doesn't have any lizards. Otherwise, Godzilla would fucking be real.
Ooh, gosh, that's scary.
Like that fucking Godzilla movie is all that the recent one. It's all because of Chernobyl. Like that's why you got the fucking you get like the woolly mammoth one. You get the spider one. They just all fucking mutated out of animals in Chernobyl.
That would suck.
Hi, Chris Bennett.
Good song. Oh, hi.
Hi, Chris Bennett.
you
Welcome to
doing?
Meat Sweats.
Hello.
This is
I'm
your-
so happy to be here.
I'm so
Thanks
happy
for
you're
having
here,
me.
too.
I've
This
been
is-
listening to you guys.
We have
Really?
Yeah, and I listened to you on the way down. I listened to
Aw.
the Michael Turner episode.
That was a fun episode.
I've
good
listened
time.
to
Shout out
the
Turner. Good
Angela
people.
Merkin. Listen to hers, and then
Did you have to pray
Jeff
afterwards?
Wiles. No, hers was great.
Well, thanks for listening to our episodes.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, we have a lot of fun doing this.
We have fun. That's what we do. You know,
do
we have
have
a good
fun.
time.
Oh, good. You
Yeah,
gotta have
yeah.
fun,
It's
or
important.
no one's gonna have fun with you.
That's true.
No,
good to
no
have
one,
fun.
if you're not jerking people off, nobody's gonna jerk you off.
Stop it. Why are you so graphic all the time?
I mean,
why can't you ever calm down? Is it
Chris
because you're
Bennett's
from
here.
North
Chris-
Dakota? Is
no,
that what it
Chris
is?
Here.
Oh,
He
okay.
gets me
Chris
all. He
is
gets.
here.
He gets
Chris
me all.
is
He gets
here.
me all weird and bothered.
Yeah.
Dude, like I feel like the last time you and I got to spend real quality time together, like was your apartment show.
Oh, at your old
Yeah,
apartment.
which is over 2 years ago, almost.
That was at the beginning of this podcast.
Very beginning.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, is that 2 years?
Thereabouts.
Yeah.
Getting there.
Yeah, that was awesome. That
That
was
was
a lot
such a
of
fun time.
I want to do another one.
Whose apartment you gonna hit?
I don't know.
I was like, oh,
might
I
put
wonder
a
if
call out.
I was like, maybe we can upgrade Chris to a house show. But
That would be cool. Mr. Chris's apartment / house show. I want to put together a tour of
There you-
just
yeah.
like a tour of Phoenix and Show Low and
Yeah.
the White Mountains where I just do a bunch of different houses and apartments.
That's
I
fantastic.
think you should go even further. Like like you go to an apartment in Chicago, apartment in New York.
Oh, that would
Like,
be awesome.
That'd be
yeah.
dope, right? Like that'd be so much fun. What a great. That'd be fantastic. Like
there was a musician who did that not too long ago. Mike Dowdy.
Never
Really?
Soul Coughing. You ever heard Soul Coughing? Okay. Yeah, he was like the lead singer of Soul Coughing, and a couple years ago, he was doing like a regular tour at like actual places, but like in between, he was doing this house tour at the same time,
Yeah.
where he'd hit up people in certain cities. He'd be like, "Hey guys, who's cool with me doing a house show?" At their house, DM me, and he'd find a house, and he would sell just a few tickets to it,
Yeah.
and people would come into the house show, and apparently it went well because he did it like across the whole country.
That's what I
That's
want to do.
great.
Yeah, you should,
I wanna
like-
do that
That's-
too.
I fucking love that. That is so just. That's just so your own and
Absolutely,
It's
And-
punk rock.
it's
so
so
punk rock. Like,
Yeah.
and that's what's sexy about it. Like
Taking things into your own hands,
Yeah. Yeah,
not just
well,
waiting to be picked.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And comedy should be punk rock.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
comedy
It's
is
got that
punk rock.
attitude.
Like,
I mean, it should be punk
yeah.
rock.
I mean, well, there's some alternative. Like, there's some alt stuff, and you're just like, ugh.
No, I'm not even the fucking alt stuff. It just, I don't know. Any of the stuff that's like, you have to do it a certain way.
Yeah.
Anytime someone tells me you have to do something a certain way, I'm like, oh, do you?
Yeah,
Ooh.
really? Oh,
Yeah, that's
you're
a
alien.
tough pill. That's a tough pill. Like when someone tells you have to, be, like I don't know how you're on the radio.
Yeah.
Like you have like the FC motherfucking C.
Oh,
up
yeah.
your ass. You can't say motherfucking.
No, but I don't know. I don't have a hard time not swearing. There's parts of my day where, for some reason, I'll just start swearing all the time. But for the
Because
most
you
part,
haven't been, and it's like
Maybe.
just built up in your system.
but I have Wi-Fi kids, and I have a job, so I can't swear all the time. So it's not hard for me to not swear. And we're in like a pretty conservative community too.
Yeah.
So
Sholos is very conservative. Yeah,
and so.
a lot of Mormons.
Yeah, there's a lot of Mormons and a lot of hunters, but yeah,
People with
it's
guns
majority.
are very conservative.
I think it's 50% Mormon.
50%.
That community, yeah. So, but we do a good job of towing the line, and
Well, that's what you gotta
still,
do.
still being edgy.
They're human.
But,
They're human beings too.
and we do, but we don't ever swear or anything. But we do innuendos sometimes, and innuendos are fun. Like the bigger the innuendo, the bigger,
The smaller
The bigger the
shoe.
foot.
the bigger the foot. And like haboobs. We could talk about haboobs
We talk
and
about
how we love
haboobs.
big haboob. But we do get some people like we've had one person call in recently that just said, "You guys are raunchy," and we are not raunchy. We are not raunchy. We may be on our Facebook Live. Like on our Facebook Live, there's no FCC or anything.
Exactly.
So
You do whatever.
so we do. So when we're off the air, we could talk about anything, and sometimes it could get raunchy or personal. And Brandon, the other host, he'll cuss sometimes, but on the radio, we don't have a problem with it.
That's good.
That's
I wouldn't. I've always feared. That's always been one of my biggest fears. Doing this is like having to someday maybe do radio. Is just like ugh, like it just terrifies me. And it's because I know I can't swear.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
I would just fuck it up. Like
I spend so much time through my normal day. Like if I have to go to the office at work, like I don't sit there and cuss the whole time.
Hey, motherfuckers! I'm in work. Are we allowed to swear on this one?
oh
Yeah.
Ooh.
are you?
I did.
Go fuck yourself, Chris.
I did fuck up. I had a phone interview the other day.
Swear?
I did.
Oh
say?
no!
But it was his fault because he unlocked the swearing part of my brain.
really,
Because he's like, all right, so you're in the office, you get, you're trying to get these answers, and just everyone's giving you bullshit. How do you act there?
Oh.
And I was like,
He said bullshit.
he said bullshit. And then I repeated back to him. I was like, well, what kind of fucking bullshit are you talking about?
You say fucking bullshit?
I said fucking bullshit.
You saw his swear and you raised
raised
him.
it, yeah.
Yeah, you raised
I
it.
should have just kept it on the bullshit. And I realized it's like, oh,
Fucking
god damn
bullshit.
it. Fucking
Wow,
bullshit.
jeez, yeah.
Because fucking and bullshit just go so well together.
And this was
Yeah.
in an interview?
Yeah.
This was an
Ah.
interview.
Fucking and bullshit are like the peanut butter and jelly of
Oh,
swearing.
yeah?
Yeah.
Peanut butter and chocolate, if you will.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yum, 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 yum.
Yeah, that's the
Peanut butter and
Reese's
honey.
Peanut butter and honey.
Oh, that's good,
good
especially
one.
when it crystallizes.
Oh,
You put it in the
yeah.
fridge, it gets cold.
Yo, those are
and
the
it's-
type of crystals. Those are the only type of crystals I'm interested in.
Oh, those are so
honey
good.
crystals.
Oh, yeah.
Like literally every other type of crystal can suck my dick.
What about crystal meth?
That can suck my. Well, yeah, that can give me a gummer.
That's brutal.
So, Mr. Chris, you
Yes, best
have,
friend.
huh?
I said, yes, best friend.
Oh,
Sweet boys. Couple of sweet boys.
what the fuck? What is that guy's name? God damn it. Oh, God damn it. Eugene Levy? No, not that guy.
Eugene Merman?
No. Fuck.
Gene Hackman.
No. I can't remember. Anyway, you remind me of him.
Oh, yeah, I get that all the time.
Of some Gene. You remind me of some
Yeah,
Gene
you
out there.
remind me like the Gene dude. Oh, I gotta meet this Gene dude.
Oh, son of a bitch. He's going to drive me insane.
Is he famous?
Yeah, he's very famous. He has a comedy club. in L.A.
Did you guys see that comedy club owner? that
John
just died?
Lovitz.
John Lovett, you
What?
you
Even
are
with
the fucking. You're like. You're the poor man's John Lovitz, and I love you for it.
I love John Lovitz, but even with the beard.
That's why I said poor man's John Lovitz. You're like the blue collar John Lovitz.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah.
I thought you meant like I was the Walmart knockoff version. Of,
No, I mean, well, mainstays. You know,
Mainstays.
mainstays is it's just it works.
But yeah, I get that.
It
I
works and
definitely-
it's cost effective.
You get the John Lovitz.
I get the John Lovitz a lot.
Yeah.
Do you get the John Lovitz a lot? Yeah.
Yeah. Especially when I didn't have the beard.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I looked more like him too, but also like some of our facial expressions are the same. And,
Some of
but
it,
he's
way-
awesome.
The way
He's
you
one of
guys
my
talk
favorites.
is pretty similar sometimes too.
Sometimes,
like,
yeah.
your inflection, like the way you project your voice. It's fantastic.
Oh, thank you.
I love you.
Did you see that comedy club owner that just got killed?
Comedy club owner got killed?
Yeah.
No, where?
He's one of the
When?
co-owners of The Stand. David.
Oh, he got killed.
Yeah, he
I
got
saw he
murdered.
died. I didn't know.
murdered.
He got
What?
murdered.
Yes.
Oh,
Talk,
that's
At his,
talk.
he got murdered at his house.
By
I saw.
wife.
So no. So he and
thing?
his au pair,
Okay.
What's an au pair?
a nanny.
That's crazy. My daughter's gonna
Why
be
did
an
you say au
pair.
pair? Why didn't
That's
you
what
say-
they're
Because-
called. It's different.
Nannies for rich people are called au pairs.
Why?
Yeah. They just are.
Okay.
So he and his au
Never
pair
heard-
were murdered by the au pair's boyfriend
Oh.
at his house.
Was he married?
He was married, and his wife and kids were not there.
Oh no! So this guy, thank goodness, the rest of the family wasn't there.
Thank goodness the rest of the family wasn't there.
That's
like
awful.
I guess he got murdered in the house, and then like the girl was like in the front yard like screaming. Yeah,
She dead?
No.
yeah, she's dead.
Oh, that's awful.
She's
Ooh.
dead.
And then the boyfriend was there too.
Yeah,
They caught him,
yeah.
and that was the
Under
stand.
arrest. He's one of the co-owners of the stand.
Oh, that's
Yep.
awful.
Wow.
And-
we know one of the other owners of the stand. I
Yeah.
believe.
Yeah,
A couple of them.
Yeah. This was David. I can't remember what his last name was.
Oh man.
But he was like Big J Okerson's agent. He was Rich Voss's agent because he was an agent as well.
Oh wow.
And
Son of a bitch.
That
Yeah.
stinks.
because I like saw it on social media. I saw Big J Okerson was saying something about it.
That
And
just happened.
this happened on Sunday or Saturday because this happened yesterday. Yeah.
Oof.
Oh man.
And I was looking online because it was at the same time because we just had those two big shootings.
There was 3 last week.
There was 3 last week. There's been 2 just in the
Last
yesterday.
couple of days.
Yeah,
Yeah.
or the day before. I was like, was he at one of those? Is that like that would be crazy? But
What do you think about like people have been posting? I don't know. It seems like everybody's just so over it. They're like memeing shootings at this point.
what?
no, who's memeing shootings right now?
I don't know. Like
But this is the fucking bullshit. Like you always make these statements, and then I ask you
why
for
do I gotta
fucking.
fucking name names all the time, you son of a bitch? Why can't I just say what I've seen and then not have to implicate anybody for being a piece of shit?
Because you leave it vague, and then I don't fucking trust anything you're saying because you're just like, well, I don't know. Maybe I just saw this one meme on the alt-right page that I visit every day.
Did you see more than one meme?
It wasn't like even. It was not even memeing.
Oh,
It's just-
okay. So it wasn't even
That was
fucking
the wrong
memeing.
Word. That was the wrong word.
Okay.
That was the
So
wrong word.
I'm sorry that I questioned you, Bill. I'm sorry.
What? So there was one. There was one thing where it was like.
But not a meme. Continue.
Here's what it was. I don't know. You tell me what it was. It was just a. It was a questionnaire, or it was like a fill in your own like just in case you missed the news broadcast about the shooting. This is what they all say.
Oh yeah.
And it's just like the shooter was da da da, da, and then it had like little spaces to put in like armed with blank assault rifles, blank handguns, blank knives, and then it was like the shooter took his own life. Blank took his own life, or it was just like a fill in the
form?
blank for
Oh.
like
It was like a form.
Yeah,
Okay.
Like a form to
it
fill
was like
out.
a shooting form,
Yeah.
and I mean it was like I don't know if it was in jest or like that's just a real form that exists. But I don't know. What do you guys think?
About
Like joking
About
about
that?
just joking
I don't
about
think
shootings.
I don't think that's a joke. I think that's more of something to draw attention to how often this is going on.
I think that's like a comment on society.
Yeah,
Right.
I see it more as that.
Like I don't see that as untasteful necessarily, but yeah, I see it as kind of like, hey, this is so crazy. It's happening so much. Like we're gonna get to this point.
Yeah.
Where you have to.
Do you think it's time to actually like restrict guns more though? Like 100%, right?
Gosh, I don't. I just I don't know. I don't know. I think so, right? It seems like something's got to change, but
Too many people with too many guns.
then I see other sides of it, I guess.
I see the other sides of it. I see that there's 330 some odd million people in this country, and there just also happens to be like 330 some odd guns in this country. Somewhere around there is the numbers, and so basically there's a gun for every single person, and I don't know how you're gonna get all those guns back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And
I
then I
mean,
see-
yeah, that's tough. That is tough. The peas in the pool, but at the same time, it should be harder to get new guns because like there's people that are gun hoarders and you
Yeah.
know like typically people that are. I feel like the gun hoarders are probably like the safest gun owners. You know, like because they're just
Just
weirdos
stop
that
it.
like collecting
No,
things.
stop it.
9
Jesus
times out of
Christ.
10, if someone has a bunch of guns, they also have a bunch of other shit too because they're a fucking half a hoarder. Like,
Yeah, that means they're crazy. That means they're
Yeah,
crazy people. They have a mental disorder, and they shouldn't be allowed to stockpile things that are made to murder people.
You're right. When you say it like that,
When
yeah.
But what about the argument? Because I do see protecting ourselves from the government, and I also do see the point of, well, no,
the government, if they want to fuck with us, they just
they
set a
could,
drone up our
but
ass.
I do like the idea of being able to protect yourself.
I understand. I like the idea of being able to protect yourself. I get it. I grew up in the mountains. I grew up around cowboys.
grew up hunting.
I grew up with hunters. I grew up with, at our high school, kids had fucking gun racks in their trucks and they had guns in their trucks because they would go hunting after school. You know what I mean? So, like, I grew up around all that. And so, like, yes, the Constitution is like, you should have the right to protect yourself from your government. And, like, but at the same time, realistically, the A-10 Warthog can just fucking destroy your whole fucking town. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, there's nothing, like, the government has nuclear weapons and fucking missiles, and it's like, you're really not going to ever be able to protect yourself from the government if the government decides that. But, and I'm not even saying that we should take everybody's fucking guns away, but I think everyone at this point should be willing to come to the table
For sure.
and have a fucking discussion. And that's the one thing that is so frustrating that doesn't happen is because it automatically gets super polarized, and me being a little bit more liberal, I don't want to say it's always the right and the conservatives, but they seem to be really slow to do fucking anything right now.
Yeah,
So-
no, they don't want to
And-
do a goddamn thing. They want to keep their constituency happy.
And I understand
and
when you
get
have
this fucking monster back into office.
when you have the other side who's screaming is like, we want to take the fucking, we're gonna restrict all guns and do all this, and it's just, fuck, man. It's so sad. I'm so sick of turning on the fucking television and seeing, because I think about.
18 shot in the one on
Well, I
Friday.
just think about going places with my kids,
Yeah,
and I think about my
I don't wanna
kids.
go anywhere.
I think about my kids being in high school, and I think about like how much I love to go to a concert. I fucking love going to concerts. I think to think of like, what the fuck happens if this happens at a comedy club?
Right.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like,
or a bar, or
or bars. It's been happening at bars, but
Yeah.
like, what happens if I go out to do a fucking show one night and
some
someone
dude pulls a gun and just fucking starts mowing.
So I don't
I'm on
know.
stage in front of everybody. Like I'm first. If you're up when that guy starts shooting, you're dead first.
So
at
what's
least
the
at least
solution?
someone's killing in that room. Am I right, buddy?
Hey-o.
So what's the solution?
I don't know
How
what
do
the
you
solution
fix
is.
it?
That's the problem.
I
have
so-
no idea what the solution is.
I
But the
think
problem
at
is
the-
everyone
at the
needs to
bare
come together
minimum,
and just like
I
really
think at the
talk
bare
about it.
minimum, if you want, you have to be licensed. You have to get a license to own any type of gun.
That's
any
not
type of
what it
firearm.
is right now.
You can go buy any fucking gun you want.
I don't know. I don't own a gun, so I have no idea.
You can go buy
how
whatever firearm. As long as you ain't got a felony here, it's pretty
you don't
easy
have to
get
get
a
a
gun.
license.
No.
Don't you have to get something? You have to get like a background check, right?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
like, what is a background check? It checks like your credit score. It checks any incarceration history.
I don't fucking know.
That's
Listen.
it.
Listen, you don't have to attack me about the background check. I was just
That's
saying,
it.
like, I thought there was a background
that's
check.
What it is though. It's nothing. Like,
It takes 3 days.
oh fuck. That's because it's like that's a built-in cooling off period. You still want to kill somebody. You really want to kill somebody. You're gonna wait 3 fucking days. You don't care. I think that, like,
Someone said that like they knew from experience. Am I right?
I think that you give people psych evaluation, like a mandatory psych evaluation, like in that 3-day period that your background check is running, you have to go have a psychiatric evaluation, and a psychiatric professional has to give you a sheet of paper that says this person is sane and responsible and level-headed enough to carry a fire or to own a firearm.
But then won't those non-sane people just go try and steal the guns from the people that have them?
You're always going to have that. Like, in a world where there is guns, you're always going to have thieves and people that live above or below the law, however you want to look at it. And they're going to do nefarious shit to get what they want. So, I mean, that's always going to be in existence. Like, there's companies, or I'm sure there's criminals in Australia or Japan, which are countries where guns are banned, that fucking kill people with guns. Look at the UK. There's no guns in the UK. You know how many fucking stabbings happen in the UK?
A lot.
People get stabbed to death in the UK more than fucking anywhere else almost.
Do they?
So
Do
the
they really?
criminals there don't have guns?
Let's check this out.
Check out how many.
Check out.
Oh, fact
I
check
gotta,
time.
I gotta fact check this piece of shit like a couple times an episode just to make sure that he's not spilling fake news hate.
They have a
with his
lot of
fucking-
stabbings. They
His
have a
conservative
fucking check.
bias, fucking
I'm
North,
not
North
do I have a
Dakota,
conservative
fucking.
bias? Do I?
I don't think.
Would you call me conservative?
No, I don't, absolutely. I don't like labels.
I try to-
See, that's why I wouldn't call you. I fucking love labels.
You do?
I do.
No,
I'm just-
honestly, I try to be a moderate. Like, I try to be in the middle.
Uh-huh.
Like, I try to have eyes on each side. Obviously, I support my own opinion more than anybody else's. But I mean, why the fuck wouldn't I? I'm me.
Right. Yeah. No, I hate politics so much just because, well, one, they're polarizing.
Yeah.
2, I don't know. Like, I don't want to invest so much time into knowing all this stuff, you know. So I used to not vote, but
You
then
didn't?
my friends yelled at me. So then now
You gotta.
I gotta
vote.
do my civic duty.
You gotta vote.
But
Then again, like, I don't vote in like city elections or anything like that. Like,
those are probably the fun ones.
those are the ones you really should vote in,
Yeah.
because those are the ones that really, really impact you.
Impact you and your community.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Like, there's a proposition up right now for Phoenix for like something to do with the light rail. I don't fucking know, because yeah, like, it doesn't interest me, you know.
Right.
And like this divisive shit, it's more interesting, but at the same time, it's just like this. I felt like it's been this way for like 10 years. You know, like even with Obama in office, there's still fucking shootings happening. There is still like shit going on. There's still fucking wiretapping happening and collusion happening and all this bullshit happening. And it's just like this. It's just the fucking machine marches on.
Yeah.
It fucking ain't gonna stop no matter what.
Was he
What do you
right?
think?
I can't find him.
So what was the stat you spewed?
I just said that the UK has.
The UK has a very high rate of stabbings.
The-
I did see that, but I
Okay.
couldn't find.
I don't think.
What did he
Most-
say? Has
most
a
in the
million
world.
stabbings a day.
And he was like, they have the world's highest stabbing rate ever
I don't know.
in the history
Yeah,
of all
right,
stabbings.
All right, that was fucking hyperbole. Like,
I'm aware, and that's why I call it your bullshit. And
Yeah,
that's
because I believed you, and I was gonna quote that to my kids.
Yeah.
you should.
And they were gonna flunk school.
You should.
Yeah.
Because that was gonna be
You're
a
not
question.
gonna flunk school. They don't talk about shit like that in school
What country has the highest stabbing rates
per capita.
Oh, you're adding.
You're adding so many words, Bill.
What? That's a standard fucking degree of measurement.
That's so many words within the search box.
Oh, God. Google's smarter than you think. To give that fucking AI credit, how dare you? It's gonna.
You're just
own-
making it harder for
It's
yourself.
gonna
Don't be
fucking
mean to
own
AI.
everything
Here's-
one day.
here's how you
Google's gonna
search.
have you fucking plugged into something
Okay.
and stealing your goddamn, I don't know, fucking platelets from your blood.
Well, that's extreme.
Well,
One day, so you better talk nice about it right now, because it's listening.
I wasn't
each of
talking
these
mean.
yeah,
episodes.
be nice to robots.
Be
Be
nice to
the
the
robots.
AI.
They're gonna
AI?
fucking
AI.
come get you.
AI.
I
Um,
talk really nice to my Roomba. When it gets stuck.
You fucking started screaming at that thing the other day.
Oh no!
Yeah.
You can't be mean to the Roomba.
He called his Roomba racial slurs that I can't say out
did
loud.
not. Did I?
I can't say them out loud
I
because
did
if
not.
I said
Fuck
that,
you. I didn't. Don't
the
fucking
Roomba's
do
black.
that to me.
Okay, I just like so
you should be
maybe
ashamed of yourself.
I didn't do that.
so just know.
and the
just
Roomba
know.
has gray on it too.
Oh,
okay?
you
And
are.
there's
Well, that was
clear-
the other racial slur he called it.
I
The
can't-
one we use for gray people.
I
Well,
can't
they're-
believe I
they're great
agreed to do a show with somebody that would call their Roomba a
I thought you
racial
said
slur.
before this you were going to be on my side, and then you listened to a bunch of episodes. You're like, no, Matt's side's funner, and now you're
No.
fucking just sitting here, both of you tag teaming
No,
me.
I'll
no
go
lube,
both ways.
just fucking me from each end like I'm a goddamn pig being spit roasted.
I like that I
I'll
can
go
sit
both.
across from you now.
fucking yeah. Well,
Oh
I
yeah,
mean,
what happened before?
we used to
We
sit
sit next to each other, but
Oh.
now I can just make direct eye contact
Yeah.
into his eyes when I'm ruining his life, and it feels better.
Well, I'll get on your side on something. Just,
No, you won't.
No, if
No,
you
you
pick
won't. I'm
something,
not-
I'd be on your side.
He just doesn't like racial slurs, like
I
most
didn't
people.
use any fucking racial slurs, you piece of shit.
Well,
Fuck!
here's the thing: you yelled at your robot, and that's
I
awful.
didn't yell at the robot.
You did yell at the robot.
I was nice to the robot.
The robot that if there was a person cleaning your floor, would you yell at them?
Probably so.
Oh,
Yeah, he probably would. Yeah.
Never, unless it was like my old roommate who would just sweep a pile and then leave a pile
Oh, that's
on the
lame.
floor instead of
Was your old roommate white who did this?
no.
Oh, so you would yell at your old roommate
I would just ask
who
him.
wasn't white?
Be like, hey, dude.
Would you say racial slurs to him
No,
too?
you fuck.
Because he's not a robot? So you only say racial slurs to robots.
Robots have feelings too.
Are you looking for something to throw at me? Yeah. You shouldn't. You shouldn't throw things. Leaves a bad impression for our guest here. What is he going to think of you? You
He
say
already has
Oh,
an
I
opinion.
love him.
you say
loves
racial
me.
slurs to robots.
I don't.
You
I
throw
forgive him
things
for
at your
that.
friends.
I forgive him
Who
for
said-
that.
What friend?
Huh?
What friend?
Oh, Bill, don't attack me like that.
Aw.
How well,
I thought
that's
we
what
were
you
best
get. That's what
buddies.
you get.
Oh, it's so sad now.
What you get, fucker.
I'm just trying to make you better. That's how I love you.
You're trying to make me better.
Yeah.
You-
I don't want you to say racial slurs anymore.
I don't.
Yeah, he wants to lift you up. You're above that.
Do me a favor. Just go fuck
Robot
yourself for a
lives
second
matter.
and grab me a bubbly water.
Robot lives matter.
This fucking guy. Can you believe him? Can you believe the way he treats me?
Yeah, well, on our radio show, this is how they treat me too. So,
Are you the? You
well, I'm definitely the whipping boy. I'm definitely the whipping boy.
Dude,
but
are you
sometimes I
like
whip,
the smart
sometimes
one
I
too,
whip.
where you do like all the work, like the real work?
Well, no. Like,
Okay.
so Brandon is the
He's the smart one.
he's the main host.
okay.
And so he brings it in and out. And he's been doing it for 4 or 5 years. He's really, really good at that. And he runs the board too. So
Okay.
and then, but he's the handsome, like kind of the Fonz of Sholo.
Yeah.
Like, and then,
He's the Fonz of show.
well, he'd probably hate that I say that.
Ooh, I would if you called me the Fonz of Phoenix. I'd fucking cut your
Don't
testicles
worry,
off.
you're not the Fonz of anything.
Oh,
You'll never have to worry
I
about
feel
that.
like that's like an awesome compliment.
No, it's
but-
not.
Oh, it's
I-
not.
well,
Not anymore.
I understand what you're saying.
yeah, he's
Yeah,
just
but
like.
Henry Winkler's still alive, and he is no longer the Fonz.
Well,
He's
no.
pretty cool.
But I don't. Henry Winkler's Henry Winkler now.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
Fonz was the Fonz.
Yeah.
You know. And what were we talking about?
You're dynamic on
your
your radio.
dynamic
Oh
show.
yeah, and then Mick Dog, he's like kind of the wild card, and he like
You're not the wild card.
I would assume you were. The
I'm
wild
like
card.
the lovable loser. I
Okay.
make a
Oh.
lot of mistakes. Like Brandon will be like, "What the heck are you talking about?" Or they always think they're more masculine than me just because I'm more like flamboyant and you know
Yeah.
I'm just not like, "Hey, what's up, dudes?" You know.
How you
What's
doing?
up, bro?
What's
no,
up, dog?
because I'm like a normal person and I'm myself. Brandon's always like, "Yeah, no, I'll beat you in anything." Well, we did a target practice. I won. We did.
Nice.
We're gonna do.
You guys went and shot guns?
Yeah, like
Really?
a 6-shooter, just a 6-shooter.
Oh,
Six
wow.
shooter.
His grandpa gave him a
you
6-shooter.
know what kind of gun it was?
A 6-shooter. Isn't that enough? But we went to a range, and then they had like it was skee ball
Yeah.
points, and I got 190 points. Brandon, who's the machismo one, who's like, I'm going to
This
beat
tough
you.
guy, yeah.
He got 110,
Oh,
and he was so confident he was going to win that he said, if I lose to you, Chris, I will get your face tattooed on my butt.
Did he?
And so he's getting it. Yeah, this just happened.
That is
so,
fantastic. Good
Oh
job.
my god!
and then Mick Dog was like, no, I'm going to win. And he got 30 points.
Oh wow.
30?
Yeah, he was awful. But then he had to get a henna tattoo that said "Boys to Men"
On his neckline.
on his neckline.
That's
on his
great.
neckline, but
That's great.
it only lasted for a day. Which
Henna
was lame.
tattoos are some of the dumbest things that have ever been invented.
Why is that?
Why?
It's just I don't know.
It's a custom. It's a custom of people from another country. Is that what you're saying? You don't like
Is
customs
your
from people of
Roomba?
other?
Was that the problem? Did your Roomba like henna?
henna really a custom?
Yeah.
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 It
Yeah.
comes from India, right? Or
Yeah.
something like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah. They do it. It's something
I thought it was just,
that women
I
do
thought it
on.
was just like woo woo white chicks.
Well,
that
that's what
are-
happens now here.
Well, that's what happens
that
now.
are into
But you just
yoga
said.
and doing those like silks classes.
You
where they
said
hang
all
on
of
the
henna.
fucking ceiling.
Why don't you stop attacking other cultures?
I
Having
didn't
all
mean to.
cultures mixed together here is what makes this a better
I didn't
place.
Yeah,
mean to.
my
I didn't
room,
mean
my
to.
Roomba is from India and has henna. So please watch your henna.
My tech support
Okay,
guy
so
is
like
from
the
India.
hand
and
stuff
he's
is
so
fine.
helpful.
The hand stuff's cool, but like when you do like
Stop
I've seen
it.
people with like
Stop
a
it.
full sleeve.
I've
of
already
it.
got you to stop shitting on henna to say all of a sudden that the hand stuff is fine. Now you're saying like it's gonna go up the arm is worth, and then I'm gonna say something else. I'm gonna get you to stop doing that.
dumb. It's just dumb. You spend fucking hours having it put on and only lasts for a couple. Like, just you want something like that? Go get a fucking tattoo.
Well, here's the thing. Mick was definitely not going to get a Boys to Men real tattoo on his neck.
Great.
And he's definitely like more the stick in the mud.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
he's the oldest of us.
Okay.
And he's always like, when we do punishments and stuff, he's always like, sure, I'll do it. And then he always backs out. Like, he's always that guy. He was supposed to have gotten this henna tattoo like 6 months ago.
all right. So I have a. I'm in a bet. We're in a bet right now on the podcast. Well, we're in like a weight loss challenge, and we have that bet bucket.
Oh, nice.
I lost the most recent one, and my punishment right now, I still haven't done it, is I have to photograph and send a picture of my poop
Gross.
to the most famous person in my phone.
Oh, okay. Who
And
is that?
And it's like someone reasonably, like, and he's always been like the nicest person to me.
Does
and-
he know?
He doesn't know that I have to do this to him because obviously he doesn't listen to this bullshit. And
yeah.
that episode isn't even out yet.
But he might
Yeah.
not even be your friend after you send him
I
poop.
know. Well, I mean, definitely.
That's
I don't
gross.
Think, I don't think
I
he's
mean,
gonna be in for it.
you wrote that.
I know.
That was your idea?
You wrote
is
that
a
down
good-
and put it in there for the exact problem that you're having right now.
Yeah, yeah.
Because you knew when you wrote that down, you'd be like, oh man, it'd be really hard if I had to send this guy a picture of my
And so
poop.
that's your motivation to succeed, right? Because if you win
Well,
the
I
weight loss...
didn't.
You lost the weight loss challenge?
The last weigh-in, yeah.
Oh,
last
it's
weigh-in.
over. Oh,
No, we got
wait.
one. We got one left.
Is it one? How
Yeah.
many times have we weighed in?
Where'd the thing go?
There's the original weight.
Yeah.
There's the first weigh-in, and that was the second. And we said this is going to be a year.
Yeah. By the time we do it again, it'll be a year.
Okay.
how much weight have you guys lost?
Not much. He's lost more.
You lost like what? 10 pounds?
Yeah.
12 pounds?
I lost 5.1%. Hohenscheitz lost 5.6% of his original body weight. Matt lost like 7.4.
Hell yeah, man.
No,
Woo.
Hohenscheitz definitely lost the most weight so far.
But percentage, you're doing it by percentage.
The last one, I lost the most percentage. The first weigh-in, I had gained like 9 pounds.
What? What happened?
And we let him take the weigh-in from the previous one.
Yeah, they let me take that one where I was 9 pounds heavier.
That's why you won.
And get that whole thing. It doesn't matter. I mean, I still, even without that, I still would have been higher.
Won.
Yeah.
You still would have beat me.
I
for
still would've
sure.
beat you.
Yeah.
I won a weight loss challenge where Brandon, the other guy on the show, had to shave his eyebrows.
Oh, man.
Because
that should go in there.
we were doing.
I don't have.
He
very
wears
big
a hat
eyebrows.
and
That's
glasses,
not a-
so it was kind of lame. But when he took
Yeah.
his hat and glasses off, it was hilarious.
Cancer patient.
But yeah, I would just start the diet and I lose weight fast.
Yeah.
And also my wife was out of town, so I wasn't eating because it was like I don't know how to cook. And if you just can't grab it and put it in your mouth,
Yeah.
then there's no food in the house.
There you go.
I'm very, very similar to that. So
Yeah.
I get you.
So I forget what I was talking
How
about.
long does it take eyebrows to grow back?
Hmm?
How long does it take eyebrows to grow back?
Oh, well, his didn't take that long. Like
Yeah.
2
Really?
weeks, maybe.
Jewish?
No, well, he didn't razor him.
Jesus
Jeez.
Bill.
He he didn't razor him or he didn't wax him. He just used clippers.
I still feel like that.
Maybe a month. It wasn't.
Oh, man.
But he wears glasses and a ball cap
Yeah.
all the time. So it was like you
I would
really
definitely
couldn't
rock
tell.
You would
glasses
never
and a
know.
ball
Yeah.
cap the entire time if I had to shave my eyebrows.
Well,
too.
that's the stipulation that I would make next time. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, at least for a week you can't wear glasses or a ball cap.
Yeah.
Or you could wear a ball cap, but you can't wear glasses. One or
Yes.
the other, buddy.
I feel like the glasses,
would
would really cover it up.
Yeah.
More. Sides, they get rid of those.
Yeah.
How much weight did you lose in the weight loss challenge?
So I think total, 15 or 20.
Nice.
It was like this was a quick one.
Yeah.
But right away, I lost 10 pounds like within the first 4 days.
Yeah.
And I was like, I think I've lost 10 pounds. And he's like, if you've lost 10 pounds, I'll shave my eyebrows. And then after the show, I went weighed in. I'm like, you're shaving your eyebrows. He's like, I didn't really mean that. I'm like, you said it. It's recorded.
It's a bet.
It's happening. And he did it.
It's- Yeah. Fuck.
That's fantastic.
So I have to send this guy a picture of my dookie.
Oh, no.
I want it back. Would you do that, or would you that's too? You can't
Well,
affect other people with your
Dude,
bet, right?
you named the punishment.
I did.
You name it, you got to claim it.
And not only did he name the punishment, he named the punishment with this kind of internal torture
Yeah.
in mind when he wrote that down.
Yeah, I
You
mean-
know this is exactly what you were thinking about when you wrote that down. Like, oh man, that's going to be so hard to have to do.
And if you're not going to do it, then what's the point of punishments or the bets? You got to do it.
Yeah.
And then next time, just be like, okay, I'm not going to put something like that on there, but you have to do it.
I ate a handful of Michael Paul Cohn's beard hairs.
Oh, gross.
That's what I had to do when I lost my portion of the weight loss
Oh.
bet. Yeah.
Yeah, so you got to do it. You got to be careful when you're putting stuff on the table of, the consequences of doing it. And you said that's what you're going to do. Papa's got to do it.
God damn it.
Now, are you allowed to send an apology? Is he allowed to send a preface? Like, hey, listen, I lost
all
this
it
bet.
said, all that was written on there was you have to send the most famous person in your phone a picture of your poop.
I would say no preface, but I would allow oops, that was an accident afterwards.
Yeah, or
meant that for someone else.
I would say, oops, that was for my girlfriend.
There you go.
You're allowed to say that.
Oops, that was for my mom. I'm kind of concerned about my health.
Now that's more than Brian Kearley would ever give you, but I am willing to give you.
Brian
that.
Kearley's not involved in this.
But
don't bring his.
I didn't say
don't
he
you
was.
Fucking utter his name.
Listen, motherfucker, I'll take it back. Okay, I was telling you that I'm more forgiving than Mr. Brian Kearley.
Yeah, and I think that would be hilarious too if he'd received it. It's like, okay, if it wasn't for me, like,
Dude,
who is
Kearley-
this for? Like,
Kearley's gonna have a couple guests down in the murder hole come September, because I found a mouse in the house the other day.
ooh.
Oh yeah.
Yep, had a little meeser. The cat cornered him.
Uh-huh.
So Brian and I are in a bet right now where I'm not drinking for a year,
Oh, nice.
and just made it 60 days.
Hell yeah, dog.
Yep. So Brian's gonna have to in September spend a night downstairs in the basement,
Oh.
and it's like a dirt floor, just awful fucking dungeon.
And
down
what
there.
if you don't do it? You have to send a picture of your poop
I have to
the president.
I have to pull 2 more bets out of that fucking thing. If I make it the whole year, I have to.
This is so smart, guys.
Bet bucket. You need a bet bucket.
We
Bet
had
bucket.
we had a wheel of consequences.
Okay, there you go. It's
Yeah.
similar.
But
Similar.
the bet bucket is way better. You could just pull it. It's like if you lose a bet, like, hey, pull out the bet bucket.
yeah.
There's some real hanging of shit in there.
Chug an entire jar of pickle juice. That would stink, but
Yeah.
okay.
That'd be awful.
But that would be good.
That I wanted stuff that like I could like record, and it would be painful to have to watch and go through.
Get the winner's name tattooed on your ass.
I think I like what you did to the guy. And he's getting your face on his.
Yeah,
ass,
but
though.
we have to find someone who's going to do it for free.
No.
But since we're on the radio station, they get mentions and it's like free.
Yeah,
advertising.
they could
so
do
it's,
that.
It's trade basically. Bare hand a dog turd to the trash. Was that yours? Yeah. Oh, that's a good one. That would be nasty. So when do these bets come? Just
Random times.
just random times.
Yeah.
loser calls their mom and tells them as seriously as possible they are going to have a kid. A kid. Oh gosh.
Can you imagine calling your mom, like, especially if you're me, and like having to convince my mother, who's like this fucking evil little Italian woman. Actually, she's very sweet, but
I don't remember.
She would fucking lose her mind on me.
You don't think she might be happy at this point?
No, she would.
Really?
Yeah, my mom knows I'm a total fuck up. Like, she would.
Don't
be
talk
fucking
about my
furious.
friend Bill that way.
Fucking
You be
furious.
nice to
If I
him.
called my mom and was like, "Listen, D, I'm gonna be a dad."
You call your mom D?
Yeah.
You don't call her mom?
No, we have a very real close, but at the same time, like, I don't know, adult relationship. I don't know.
How long have you called her D for?
Honestly, since it was like fucking.
Since you were born?
Like 13.
D, I want some booze. I'm hungry. Since 13?
When I wanted to get her attention, I'd call her by her full. I would call her Tina.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, 100%.
And what does she call you? Bill?
Billy?
Billy?
And she knows I hate it. I don't like being called Billy.
Maybe you should call her mom, and she'll start calling you.
No. Or she calls me my brother's name. Like, that happens a lot.
Your brother's name?
Yeah.
Ah.
But you don't think through all of that, your mom's at the point in her life where she would want a grandchild.
Not for me.
What does your brother call your mom? Does he call her D?
Mom or D. Or
Oh, but
Dina.
mom more?
Yeah, no, well,
Sometimes
I
more?
call her mom too.
Oh, you do? Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. I thought you were strictly on a first name basis.
No.
Well, I mean, he asked you the question, and you said, I call her D. So that's why he would think that. I don't know if you understand how questions and fucking answers work.
Wasn't that clear to me that he was saying, like, oh, do you, like, I thought you should say, you call your mom D? Yeah, I call my mom D. Like
once in
not
a while.
yeah.
The way you said it was with fucking balls, I call my mom D.
What the fuck you call your mom?
What do you call your mom? Mom?
You always say, well,
fruit.
Mother Bennett.
Mother, mom. If I called
Mother
my
Walker.
mom, if I called her Sue Ellen, I'd get a
Mama.
call from my dad.
Mama.
Your mother, Sue Ellen.
When I'm making fun, when I'm like cracking jokes around my parents, I call my mom Kath.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Just because it's funny.
Yeah.
Be like, Jesus Christ, Kath.
That
What are
is
you
funny.
doing?
That's kind of the way D comes out too.
Oh.
Oh,
Come
is
on,
it?
D.
You just made it. You just took it from the most aggressive fucking thing. I call my mom D all the time
I didn't
because
say
like
that.
we have this
Fucking
relationship.
assume that.
And then you've taken it all the way back to yeah, I do it when it's fun and it's funny.
Yeah. Are you fucking kidding me?
No,
right
not at
You
all.
are fucking gaslighting me.
I'm not
and I
gaslighting
do not
you.
Like it.
I am.
What does that mean, gaslight?
I am pointing at. That's something he's using wrong.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
You're gaslighting.
I'm
me.
not gaslighting
Feel
you.
it.
I'm taking
Feel
what you're
gaslit.
saying
Feel lit.
and I'm putting it in your face. I'm showing it to you.
Oh,
You're
you just
not.
get people
Yes, I am.
mad? You like fuel the fire? That's gaslighting?
That's not gaslighting. Is basically lying to someone and then starting to make them feel crazy about it and like they're
She's
a
doing
fucking.
right now.
Oh.
I'm not lying though.
Crazy.
Nothing I'm saying is lying.
All right, so you're saying fuck. I want to keep going in this circle.
We don't
I
have
don't
to.
like this circle.
We don't have
this
to.
Is a circle. This is like I swear to God, I've already died, and I'm in a circle of hell, and it's just like your life. It
Oh.
sucked, and then we're just gonna keep redoing it over and over and over again. And just there's this guy, Matt's actually Satan. I don't know if you knew that.
no,
Yeah,
no,
he's-
I don't
he's
think
the
so.
he's the devil.
I think you're amazing. You are mean to yourself.
You
stop
are.
Being
You are-
mean
you
to
are the one
yourself.
who's mean to yourself.
You're mean to me.
I'm just taking what you're saying, buddy, and I'm just trying to show it to you because I want you to be
I'm
better.
gonna show you.
I want you to get a picture of your poop. Are you going to show me the picture of poop before you send it?
Have you? You haven't taken your poop yet?
I want it to be like a nice healthy stool, you know, something that I'm proud of, something that doesn't like it's not disintegrating.
I want it to be special.
I want it to be a
I
nice
told him he should do a splatter painting, you know, just
No.
like that back of the toilet when
No,
you after
I
you've
don't
had them
wanna do
gas
one of
station
those.
hot dogs and you just do the spray, you know?
Yeah,
wanna do
I'd want it to
those.
be. I mean, if I'm sending a picture of my poop to
Yeah.
someone, I want it to be clean.
Okay.
I want it to look neat.
Yeah.
You know, I don't need because it's already gross.
Yeah.
It is
I
gross.
don't
I
need
want
to
it to
add
just be
it,
like-
like what did he like literally cut himself open? Like I don't.
Did you just empty it out like a leaf blower bag in there? What the fuck happened?
Yeah, I want people to be like, this is weird. Like maybe he's going through stuff. Maybe
Yeah.
he sent this to his doctor. It's like, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to send this to you.
I want it to be like, you know.
How do you have a famous
and-
person's number in your phone?
That's what I was wondering
Because
too.
I'm a
Thank you.
great person.
Because I don't have any. Well, yeah, I have one famous person on my phone.
I mean, when I say famous, it can be like I would go for like Instagram or Twitter verified.
oh really?
I would throw that out there.
Is it
maybe
the guy from Lerner and Rowe? Maybe
maybe-
the way to go.
maybe wiki, maybe like a Wikipedia entry.
Okay.
You know, if you have if
So
you have
this
a
person,
wiki.
and
Definitely has a wiki. Yeah.
they have a wiki,
Oh,
and
yeah.
they have a check mark
Oh,
on
yeah.
their social
On their
media.
shit, yeah.
Oh, I want to. You're not going to say who it is.
I think I said it. Actually, I don't want to because I
Uh-huh.
don't want him to know it's me.
Well, he's going to get a text from you.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure he doesn't have my number anymore
How do you know?
because I've changed my number.
Oh, so this is a new one. Oh, well then that's lame.
That's super
then
lame.
you're just sending it
You're
to
sending anonymous poop now.
Yeah, and then
It's within the
and then he
guidelines of the
doesn't
bet.
and then he doesn't even know. So why are you
I don't have
even
to hide-
fretting?
Yeah,
'Cause
why are you
What if
scared
it
about
does trace back to me? What if I get found out?
Well, then you tell him like, "Hey, dude, I'm sorry. It was a bet. I lost. I had to text the most famous person in my phone. Poop,
Or you
and you were it."
or you fucking lie and say, "My bad, bro. That was meant for someone else."
Oh yeah, you can and add that to that, and then he doesn't even know it's you. He's just like some stranger accidentally sent me poop,
Yeah,
and it was meant for someone else.
Okay.
That other person is so lucky.
that's perfect.
That's probably what
That's
they're
perfect.
thinking.
Now, I honestly, I feel like
That's
you
so,
feel like it's not a punishment.
it's not a
anymore.
I feel
punishment.
like I'm in a better
anymore.
place about it.
Yeah, but because that's like now it's like super easy. Because one,
is super
he doesn't
easy.
even know it's you.
No.
Yeah.
So there's like no, and then you're adding the oops, sorry. But what happens if he types back who dis?
What happens?
Yeah.
You're gonna block
You're
him?
gonna block him?
You bet.
Are you ever gonna see this person again in your life?
I mean, I'm sure I will, but
Oh.
there's other ways he can get a hold of me if he wants to.
You're gonna
Why would you block him?
Huh?
Why would you block him?
I mean, because...
I wonder.
God, you're such a fucking baby.
Yeah, I am.
He might think it's like a hate poop, like someone was
Yeah,
mad
well,
at
I
him,
mean,
and
that's
you
why
might
I'll
hurt
say,
his feelings.
Well, that's why I'll say, oops, sorry.
Oops, sorry.
And if
this
he goes,
meant for
who
someone-
dis, I won't block him. I just say, I don't know. I don't know who this.
This is a little boy in Arizona who has your number. That's
Yeah.
who this is.
You're like,
Well, it could just have been a
I'll-
mistake.
I'll
say
put
your
two
name is
stairs.
Brittany.
It's
So
a
then
transposition.
let's add to the layers. And then this guy, is he a stand-up, I'm assuming?
Wait, is he coming?
Okay, so I'm assuming this could end up. He's like, I got this crazy random text from someone sending me poop. Said it was for someone else,
That'd be so funny.
and then her name was Brittany, and this was not a Brittany-sized poop.
This is more like a bill-sized
Yeah,
poop.
this is like a bill-sized poop, and it's like this girl Brittany, and
I imagine like the biggest poops come from like dudes named like Randy
yeah,
or Donald.
yeah, probably.
Like a Donnie takes a giant dump.
The biggest dump I've ever seen came from a Sterling.
What's
Ooh.
a Sterling?
His name was
His
Sterling.
name was Sterling.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And why'd you see that?
Because we were in high school, and it was one of those where we're all in the locker
So
room, like getting ready
gross.
for practice, and he was like, "You guys have to come see this," and like we did.
You
and
never showed your poop to anybody?
No, I've had those moments, definitely in high school.
Yeah.
But yeah, one
To
time.
like even
I-
like married life, you never be like, honey, come here, come quick.
she doesn't want to see it.
I
She's
know,
like, I'll
but you
just
never
take your
made
word.
her.
for
That's
it.
what
No,
makes
I don't
it.
make
That's
her.
what makes it funnier.
That's gross. I don't want to show her my poop. That's gross, and I don't want to see her poop. But if for medical
See,
reasons,
Were you
but
raised in a house with open door pooping?
no,
No.
closed door pooping. But my dad did walk around in whitey tidies.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's not allowed in my house.
Yeah.
I have to wear shorts and a shirt.
And a shirt?
Uh-huh.
You can't walk around no shirt?
No, I don't think. I have 2 daughters. I just feel like it's creepy and weird, and they don't want to see that. Also, my mother-in-law lives with us.
Oh
Yeah,
She
there
don't
you
want to
go.
see that.
Yeah.
And so I just wear shorts and a shirt.
Well, that's reasonable.
yeah, it's
that's
reasonable.
That's all right.
And then, the,
Mother-in-law's there. Yeah. Nah.
and then the winter time, I wear like a nice, comfy PJ bottoms when I get
Oh,
home.
aren't you cute?
Yeah, to keep me warm.
If I had a girl, like a girlfriend or something, surprise me with like her poop on the toilet, I would think it was the funniest fucking thing in the world.
Really?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
100%.
I would
100%.
I would like
buy a
if she
wedding ring.
if like she did it just to fuck with me,
Yeah.
I would appreciate that joke and laugh hysterically.
Yeah.
If my wife sent me poop, I'd be like, honey, what is wrong? Like, that is so out of character.
Well, that's something I'm actively looking for in a mate is someone who will send me pictures of the
okay,
poop.
Yeah.
she's out
Yeah.
there.
No,
I
yeah.
know. I've
Oh,
met
no, yeah,
like
that
a lot
girl
of them.
exists 100%.
Like I've had a lot of girls just show me their poop. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. There's girls out there.
Yeah. Well, thank you. I'm glad that you've confirmed that my love still exists at this
Yeah.
point.
Your poop. Yeah.
I love it that
Poopers
like
only.
Matt's got a poop fetish. I have a pee fetish.
I don't have a poop
That's
fetish.
a poop fetish.
First of all,
That's a poop
Not
fetish,
poop.
buddy. You
First of all, what I
sold that.
like, no, I like the sense of humor of it. I like the
He
fact.
doesn't like the poop.
Yeah, he likes the poop.
No.
I don't like the poop.
He
I
likes the poop.
I like that she
He
would
likes
think
it.
it was funny to do it.
Okay. Okay.
That's exactly what I
Yeah,
said.
I know.
what you're trying to do.
I know it's what you said.
You're trying to do what I do to you,
No.
but you're
Buddy,
not
You're
good at it.
gaslighting.
buddy.
You're
this
not-
is gaslighting.
Oh.
Yeah, this is gaslighting.
Ooh. But you have a pee fetish?
Little
That's
bit,
real?
A little bit, yeah.
Has it ever been fulfilled?
Yeah.
Yeah, like in the shower?
Mm-hmm.
And then out of the shower?
I've never been peed out of the shower.
Yeah, it should happen in the shower if it's going to happen. I mean, that's just
I
a
mean,
mess.
Honestly,
Unless you're outside.
honestly, it's just. I think it should happen wherever it happens. But at the same time,
So is it sexual to you?
I don't know.
So, like, do you get a boner when you're getting peed on?
It's like I already have one,
Okay, but it doesn't go away.
and I'm like,
You're
yeah. So like when I'm
You're
when,
J&O?
Yeah.
You're Jane Owen?
Yeah.
And does she help at all, or she's just I'm just peeing,
I mean, she just does what she does. I guess.
just pees?
Yeah.
This is so crazy to me. So, okay, and then she can't
I feel
pee
like
that long.
There's too much multitasking as someone to jerk you off while they're pissing.
True,
on you.
but she can't pee that long. Like a minute is the
Buddy.
longest pee ever.
I mean, you can like you can't. You can't.
You
get
do a
one
little
off in a minute?
tinkle, and
You can't get one off in a minute.
oh, no, I'm 39.
In the
not
shower,
anymore.
that's a long time.
Yeah.
The water doesn't have to be on.
Oh, so you go in dry.
Yeah, and I don't have to be fucking. Actually, dry's better.
And is there stuff that's happened before this, or is it just like, oh, hey, babe, will you pee on me?
There's only been one. There's
So
only been
one
I've
person's peed
ever
on you.
asked. Yeah.
And you're just like, hey, what are you doing right now? Oh, you nothing. I just got done with the laundry. Oh, cool. Could you pee on me? Like, is that how it worked?
No, it was like we were discussing like what's the dirtiest thing you would ever want to do, and it just kind of
You told her.
yeah.
And then she said, okay.
Yeah.
Or was she weirded out at all, or no?
No.
She was like, ooh.
Well, you want to know what she wanted to do?
Yeah.
She wanted to peg me.
What does that mean?
She wanted to put a strap on
Oh.
and fuck me with it.
No, I say no to that. What do you say?
I gave her as much as let her put it on, and I let her push. And the second she started pushing, I have never fucking moved across a king or a queen size mattress faster in my life. And I had like this little side bureau next to it. There was like a closet. There was like a corner. And I just went and tucked up in that corner, like fucking, and flipped around and faced her. And I was like, no.
What a waste of money, though.
No, she already had that.
Oh, she had that previous? She was reusing
I
it?
mean, yeah. I mean, you don't throw
Well,
you throw your strap on away. You just
that's
put it in
true.
the dishwasher, buddy.
My roommate, Leah, do you remember Leah Mansfield?
I never met
She's
her.
freaking awesome. But she had a joke about that where a girl's like, every time you have a new lover, you should get a new dildo. She's like, I could boil my own dick. Like, can you boil your own dick? No, like
No.
So okay, that makes sense.
Sex
But
toys
that's
can be
crazy.
very
So
sanitary.
you were like, okay, yeah, let's give that a
Well,
shot.
I mean, she did what I wanted, so why
Oh,
not
so
give
she
it a
peed
shot?
first, and within the minute you were good, like it got you off.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Good for you.
I mean, I had premeditated, and I've been, playing with it for a while. Like we were.
but did you guys
fooling around?
You were fooling around,
Yeah.
getting intimate.
Yeah,
Okay,
Yeah.
that's cool. And then did you do anything after that?
Yeah.
Oh, more? Did you shower, please?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
No, I just laid there and let it dry, and then I peeled a layer of piss off of my body. When you put like wax in your fingertip.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That's a juicy story. Thanks for sharing.
You're
that.
welcome.
That's
You're welcome.
juicy.
Everybody.
Had you ever heard that one before?
I haven't. No, I haven't heard it in those details.
I haven't told it that deep.
He hasn't told it that deep. He makes it always sound like it's in the shower. So it always, to me in my head, it's like,
They were
oh, the
just taking a
shower's
shower.
on.
And she just peed
Dog.
on
And
his
in
feet.
fact,
There's a drain in there.
And in fact,
why.
And in fact, I believe I've brought up this point with you in the past, like water on, and I believe you have said the water was on in the past. So the fact that this was a dry situation is new information to me.
So, and did you just laid, first of all, was it in a bathtub?
Mm-hmm.
And so you just laid down,
Mm-hmm.
and she just got on top and squatted.
Mm-hmm.
Like on your belly, your chest, your face?
Face?
Chest.
Just,
Did you just get sprinkles on the face?
I mean,
Did you like the face sprinkles?
I mean,
Were you like, next time directly on my face?
I don't want it on the face.
That's crazy. So
I can't because I don't like submerging my head in water.
Yeah.
What if she were to like stand over you and like you were to be sitting down and just to pee on the top of your head?
I feel like it would
And
run
that-
into my ears.
and it would all just run down.
Like-
and then you
like
get
getting-
it in
eyes.
your
Can you imagine
ear.
getting swimmer's ear with piss?
That would stink. Well, and so just that one time that
Just
happened.
that one time it's over.
She never wanted to do it again.
We just never did it again.
You didn't want to do it again.
It just did
Did it ruin the relationship after that?
No, and honestly, like the thing that ruined our relationship, she was just a real bad drunk.
Oh.
And she liked to fight me.
And piss on you.
Well, I mean, that was by request only. Never peed on me, to my knowledge, without my express consent and request. But it was just a real toxic relationship all around.
Without the peeing.
Without the peeing, without the pegging. I
That's
mean, this I did like amateur porn with this chick.
Like you posted it online?
Yeah. Well, I didn't, but a friend
She
did.
didn't? A friend did? Like, did they pay you for it?
Uh-huh. We
Like-
paid our rent for a summer with amateur porn.
You
That was posted to a .co.uk site. I don't remember the fucking site was.
Have you ever found it or searched for it
I've
online?
tried to search like what my porn name
What
was.
would your
I don't want to say it on the podcast. Just in case there's someone who's real good at
Say it so that they can find it, so that we can watch it.
Oh, that would be great.
We need to have an
I could
episode
get
of
it.
the podcast where we watch Bill's porn.
I can get it.
And we comment.
I can get it.
So-
We commentate Bill's porn.
That would be
definitely
awesome.
get it.
Director's cut. Oh, right here. I was really excited.
I can definitely get it.
So how many of these did you make, these tapes?
I want to say we did I think we did 5.
And how much did you get paid for each tape?
Like $100.
So $500, and that's over a month. You guys made
That was
these
like
tapes?
in the span of like 3 months. We did like
okay.
5 videos, and we used to have porn Sundays, and we would we would watch a different porn compilation or shoot a video.
Oh my! Did you ever do the live stuff?
No, this was like
The
Pre-cam
chat rooms,
days, yeah. Well, the chat rooms were there, but
or the
like,
cam girls.
cams weren't as big. It was like 2000. I want to say it was like 2008.
So you have no fear of that ever being discovered?
I don't give a fuck. My mom knows.
Yeah.
I told her. I was like, hey,
And
just FYI, well, because so like we were on a .co.uk site, so it's not like a readily searched thing. It wasn't a readily searched thing,
right.
and like Pornhub wasn't in existence, or X videos, like all these like compiling sites that take shit from other places, and it was like an amateur contest, like subscription only site that we were posting it to.
So if I were to search for it, what would I type in the search engine?
I don't know. I'm not gonna fucking tell you. I don't want to. I would rather people didn't see it. Am I ashamed of it? No. But if I don't have to, if people don't have to see it, you know.
Yeah.
Like, well, I've known another comic that did porn, and I mean, it was very different for that person, how they felt about it, and theirs was everywhere. You know, so it's
They
just
didn't post it to a .co.uk.
well, and it wasn't like 10 years ago. You know, it was
Oh, it
like
was recently?
3 years ago.
Yeah.
And so they didn't like it?
Well, I mean, that was a low point in their life where
that sucks.
that was an explorative point in mine.
Ah,
You know,
right. And yours didn't go viral.
well, no,
It wasn't that good?
It can go viral, Bill. We can make it go viral. This is how we fucking get you some creds, bro. We fucking get you some creds. We fucking
anybody crazy.
You
we
may have
put-
seen him on Pornhub. He's the one that threw up on his girlfriend's back.
verified amateurs getting pissed on.
I wish that would have been a great one. If I did throw up on her back. You ever thrown up while you ever had that? You ever gotten sick during sex?
Well, so
Yep.
yeah. So my wife and I, you know, we were married and then we got divorced, and so we were divorced for 2 years, and so I got out of sex shape. And the first time we had sex was when we got remarried. And yeah, I thought I was gonna have a heart attack, and I like had to go to the bathroom right after and like dry heave into into the toilet.
So it was like,
and it was so emotional for. Well, I'm not going to talk about that. Or say, but she was crying.
I had
it's,
to.
it's just hilarious. It's like I haven't done sprints for a while.
Yeah.
and or like yet you're a fat kid all over again trying to run the mile.
Yeah, I had no idea there was sex shape.
Fucking there's
Like I was so out
it's
of
very
sex shape.
intimidating too if you haven't had it for a long time and then you're like, you get it. I had the same thing recently because I hadn't had it for a while and I was like, oh.
Was that the one where you elbow dropped the girl?
Yeah, I did.
Oh.
No, that was not.
was a
That was a
different
while
one?
ago.
Oh.
I did elbow drop a girl.
Oh God.
It's an accident.
He slipped.
I slipped.
Slippery.
Like, hey, I posted like on her shoulder, and then we were both kind of slick, and I just went off. And when I went off, my elbow just like people's elbowed her like right in the tits.
Oh.
Oh no, poor girl.
Yeah, I had to. I had to stop a blowjob so that I could
You just stop one?
so that I could go puke.
Oh, why were you
Drunk?
drunk?
Oh God.
That
Yeah.
sucks.
Yeah.
I had.
I came back and continued.
And
it.
she finished it? What a trooper.
Good for her. Good
Oh,
for you.
wow.
And you maintained an erection.
Never
so.
say never.
You know,
So you
I
had
just need to. I just needed
Trooper.
to. I just
Fucking
need to clean
trooper.
out the booze that was
Yeah.
still there and
Yeah.
Did you
get
brush
back
your
in there.
teeth?
I had.
I gave it a rinse.
Oh, good.
Like that's all I could find.
Oh, 'cause
it
you
wasn't
weren't at your
wasn't my
house.
place. So
Oh yeah.
I was mid pump and just like you ever have like the puke where it's just like
Oh yeah.
and it just comes out like
No.
you've never had like
Like why I'm having sex?
like just a random
Oh
like,
yeah, no.
like an explosive vomit.
All of a sudden it just comes on.
Yeah.
It's like yeah, that's happened a few
So
times.
that I was like bop
Oh, that's awful.
right on the floor right next to the bed. Just
And what she do? Eh, gross.
we were both too drunk.
Oh.
And so then I didn't remember that it had happened. She didn't even know she was in her back or on her stomach.
Is this where you say you wish you would have puked on her back? Is that what? Okay. Is that where the rest of the story is going? Fucking Christ! I'm sorry, Chris. I mean,
No,
you thought you were coming here for a wholesome, clean time, and we've just said these horrible things.
The rest of it is.
It got real juicy. I love talking
did,
about
yeah.
that. I can't share it with my radio people now.
That's true. Yeah,
But
That's fine.
But that's fine.
I don't
But
think
it
they
was
would like us anyways.
Yeah.
Well,
We're
it's
not
so
there.
juicy.
Yeah.
There'd be some of theirs for sure.
The juice.
I'm scared.
Yeah.
Scared of those people.
Juicy juice.
Those
No.
Solo folk.
Oh,
They're
I'm
good
telling,
I got a lot of
I'm-
good.
They're
there's a lot of
good. They're good people.
I'm telling you, it's freaking awesome. I thought I was gonna hate living
Yeah.
there. Like
Yeah.
I had to move there kind of against my will. And I was like, what the heck am I going to do there? And I got a job on the radio station, and freaking the community has embraced me. And it's such a...
How many people? How many thousand?
Well, on the home mountain, probably 100,000, including the
big-
reservation. And
Yeah.
not including the reservation, I think it's like 50,000 people.
Okay.
So it's not like super small. And Sholo itself, is probably around 15,000 people or 10 to 15,000.
So it's on a mountain.
Mm-hmm.
I've never been
It's
there.
3 hours northeast of here, I guess. Yeah, you'd say. You go like you're going to Payson, and Payson's the halfway point, and then you just keep going up the mountain.
Okay.
And it's freaking awesome. Like where we live, there's tons of pine trees. There's a ski resort not far, like I forget what it's called. Sunrise, and so yeah, it's
It's real
freaking
pretty
awesome, and the
country
people
up
are
in that.
so nice and
It's
so
super
friendly.
pretty.
Yeah.
Like
It's a
there's-
way different way of life.
Yeah.
Like it's slow. The
Yeah.
town closes at 10.
Yeah.
Like, but it's been freaking awesome. I love it.
That's cool.
It's good that you have like the outlet in a small location, but you still have like kind of a performance outlet where you're on the radio all the time, so you're
Yeah.
constantly like working that muscle, to entertain and do that stuff, and that's what you fucking love to do.
Yeah.
And honestly, that's what you're fantastic
Oh,
at.
thanks,
like,
dude.
The Mr. Chris's apartment show was one of the fucking weirdest, funnest
Yeah,
things
that's
that I've
fun.
ever watched in my life. Having you do like stand up at my apartment was great, and like, dude, he fucking like he had Ricardo like sit there, and when he had Ricardo sit there and tell him which bit to do. From like he just wrote out all of his jokes on a sheet of paper, and then he was like, "All right, which one do you want me to do next?" And then Ricardo would just say the name of the bit, and then you just fucking destroy that bit.
That's hysterical.
It was so good.
What's it like? I saw you've been doing some stand-up shows up there.
Yeah.
How's that been?
So, well, it's one, being on the radio, I have like a fan base, people that listen to me all the time, so I can put on shows and people actually come.
Yeah.
So that's been awesome because it was when I first moved there, I didn't do much stand-up, for a while.
Yeah.
And so now it's been awesome because I'm basically headlining my own shows up there, producing them myself. And then because I do get some people coming back a couple times, it's forcing me to just keep writing newer stuff instead of relying on the old tried and true stuff because I want people to keep coming back and see me. So,
yeah, you can't keep telling people the same shit.
Yeah. So
it's tough.
So that part's been freaking awesome,
Are you working on a new hour then?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So tonight at the open mic, I'm going to do 20 brand new minutes. Some of it's like stuff that I came up like maybe before, but it wasn't on my old hour.
Yeah.
And so, but yeah, doing in that small town made me realize like, you don't need clubs. You don't need anything. You could promote your own shows, especially in these small towns. People don't realize it. They're small towns, but they're still big enough where they have a radio station, and it's cheap to advertise on the radio station in these small towns, and it freaking works. You could fill rooms. Like I used to just think, I just got to be picked by a promoter. I got to be picked by a booker.
No, you can.
And so I got tired of just not getting picked. And I'm just gonna start my own
doing the road and kind of doing that with, but he's working with a manager, but at the same time he's doing bars in these communities and that are starved for entertainment. Like when they have a comedy show, it's a big fucking deal. Like I remember we had this. I'm from a town of 16,000 people. We had this guy who came through and did comedy at the VFW once, and it was like that was literally the first time I've ever seen stand up in my entire life in person. And it was not great, but at the same time, it was still fun. Everybody enjoyed the shit out of it.
And something way different because it's always the same stuff going on in the small town. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah,
like there's what's there to do on a Saturday night? If in the summer, there's the races. Well, what else is there to do? Like that, and that's about it. Like
we should take a show to Payson.
That'd be fun.
You should come to Sholo Pine Top. Sholo Pine Top's freaking awesome.
We would love it.
We would love to.
There's a lot to do.
You should have the Meat Sweats boys. There for a show.
We got to figure it out.
Come up there.
They got tons of live music places.
Yeah.
It's badass. I'm telling you, don't move to L.A. like people that want aspiring entertainment. Move to a small town where you're the only person there that wants to do comedy, and you'll be the king of that.
King of the mountain.
King of the mountain.
I mean, fuck, that works though. That's a way to do it. Like, you're literally like living your life off comedy.
Yeah. Well, I'm making more money doing stand-up than I ever have in my life.
Yep.
When I lived in L.A., I'm finally making money doing comedy. But I'm just putting it all together myself.
Yeah.
But thanks to the radios, without the radio station, it would be way harder.
I feel like the radio is a part of the comedy too, though. Because this is a part of our comedy,
right?
We have a dynamic between each other that we play with and work on and do different shit, and that's a part of that helps us evolve as comics. Because we figure out different ways to be funny with each other, and then that way we can translate that into stage or whatever.
Heck
Jesus Christ, shut the fuck up.
You. Knew you were going to say something. I was waiting for it. I was like, when is he going to fucking cut me off with some bullshit instead of fucking adding something? No, he's just like, you shut up.
Oh, well, the guys on our show, they snore if they're bored with what they just start that. It's like, just shut up!
How about add something, Matt?
I add everything. I don't know what else I'm supposed to do on this podcast. besides be the whole thing. I mean, you do a great job producing it, and we all appreciate it. I like the new setup. I like the way the camera's set up. I like the light. I like this round table. First of all, let's talk about this motherfucker. This motherfucker this weekend is like, hey, like, so what are you doing on Saturday? And I'm like, I got some shit to do. He's like, well, I need some help at 9. I was like, can we do it earlier? Can we do it at 8?
8 a.m.?
8 a.m.
Oh.
I went out on Friday night.
I said 9 for a reason.
He said 9 for a reason. I was like, I have other shit I have to do today. If we could do it earlier, it'd be great. I went out to the bar that's around the corner from where I live. I went to Champions. I live in downtown Gilbert, so it's like a 5-minute walk. No, I fucking love Champions. I went to Champions.
Sounds like my type of place.
It's a fucking dive bar. It's a dive bar like you would find in Payson or in Show Low.
Okay.
That's exactly what it is. So I drank until 2. I got home at 2:30 in the morning. And I was like, oh, I got to set this alarm to get up to go fucking help Bill pick up this table, right? And so I fucking get up. You know what? Not feeling great. I'm not feeling fantastic because I've been sleeping for maybe 4 or 5 hours after drinking all night.
Super hungover. Yeah.
Super, super, super hungover. Drive fucking 30 minutes and sit in front of this guy's house at this garage sale. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, where the fuck is Bill? And I start texting him like, hey, buddy, where you at? Nothing.
Oh, no.
I fucking call him.
Bill.
Nothing.
Yeah.
I call him again. Nothing. And as I'm pulling away, I'm like, fuck this. I'm going home. Like, I have so much shit to do. He calls me. He's like, oh, my God, I just woke up.
Oh, dude, yeah. I've been Bill before.
A.
I had a friend that really wanted to take me shopping for new clothes.
Oh.
This was when I was single and like just moved to LA, and he was like obsessed with getting me new clothes.
Yeah.
And so he's like, well, when do you want to go? And kind of just invited himself to come get clothes. And I ended up oversleeping and slept at a friend's house.
Yeah.
And he was so mad because he had put time out of his day.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
I get.
Yeah.
I get.
And
I
like
mean,
I had
that guy didn't have. I don't feel like he had enough right to be mad because he interjected himself into going.
Well,
to get
he
clothes
really,
with you.
yeah. And then finally it came to a head, and he was like yelling at me, like, I can't believe you disrespect my time. I'm like, dude, it is so weird that you want to go shopping for clothes with me. Just let me buy my own clothes. He's like, I didn't say I wanted to go shopping. I said, yeah, you said you didn't trust me to go shopping on my own, and you were coming with. Let me do my own shopping, dude. That's weird.
But yeah, I asked him, and so I'm like, yeah, he has every right
Yeah.
to be very upset with
I'm
me.
sorry.
I feel very bad,
so-
Pop. I'm very, very sorry.
No, it's fine. Anytime you just start coming at me, I'm just gonna be like, hey, remember that
You
time
don't get to do that.
Yeah.
when I went out drinking all night and yet was still responsible enough to wake up and meet you at the time we agreed upon?
Did you still get the table?
Yeah,
It's right here.
It's right here.
Oh, this is
table.
it.
This is the table.
Oh.
It's a
This is
fantastic
the blood table.
Yeah. Oh.
This is the blood table that Matt will use to hang over my head for the rest
Yep.
of my
Yeah.
life.
Yep.
I'm actually gonna get instead of the meat sweat sticker, I'm just gonna get a sticker that says blood table.
That's good. I like that.
Yep.
This is nice.
I just gotta write it with your blood. I don't know what to do
I
that.
might.
That'd be
I might
fantastic.
just carve it in there with the knife that I use to then stab myself in the heart, so I die right in the middle of it.
I can't wait. That's
No,
gonna
don't
be a
do
good day.
that. Be nice to my friend Bill.
See?
See, he's on your side now.
Yeah. See, I switch.
See? Papa.
Sometimes I'm on your side. Sometimes I'm on your
Fucking
side.
ambidextrous. We've been going for about an hour 20 here,
Oh,
so
heck
we
yeah.
get her wrapped up. Chris, where can people find you on the internet?
Well, website, old-fashioned, chrisbennettcomedy.com.
It's not old fashioned, professional.
All the other ones are at Chris Bennett Comedy. So Instagram, the Facebook, the YouTube. Also, there's at Mr. Chris Apartment Show.
Do you want to plug your Facebook Live for the show?
Oh, hell yeah.
For the show,
My radio station, The Morning Brew, is our show. Q Country 92.5. If you're ever in the White Mountains, listen to it. But if you're not in the White Mountains and you're in Japan, you can still watch it. or in Phoenix, you can still watch it because we do it on Facebook Live.
Fuck
Yeah.
And it's more raw because we don't have the rules of the man. And sometimes there's fun things. You could talk, communicate. So if you guys check out Q Country 92.5.
I do watch some of those Facebook Lives. They are entertaining.
Yeah.
And it's crazy. We have people that come on every day, like the best freaking fans ever. And there's just, a slew of them that are just constantly on, and our numbers have been getting bigger. And
That's awesome.
it's been fun.
It's a lot of fun.
That's very cool. Thank you so much for coming down doing this.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for having
It's
me,
been a good time.
guys. This
Yeah.
is awesome.
We love you, buddy.
Woo,
We do
love you,
love you.
buddy.
Thank you, everybody, and we'll catch you next time.
Bye.
Oh man, why the
Bye.
fuck are you doing that? Stop it. Just stop. Ugh. Fucking ew.